Welcome back to The Lift on Aspen 82. Very excited to be joined now by founding members of Sly and the Family Stone, as well as Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees Greg Errico, Jerry Martini. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
How are you?
How is Aspen treating you so far?
To wake up in the morning and smell this air,
it's not bad.
very good.
It's so good. Jerry, let's talk about this 50 years of this band. Talk about what was happening at the inception of the band, what was happening in the world and in music that made you guys want to get together and start making this type of music.
Well, with me, I grew up with Sly, so we played in cover bands together in the late 50s, and also he wrote The Swim, the hit, and I played on that. And then he became a disc jockey, and because he made several attempts to start a Family Stone band. And then in 1966, merged with, Greg played in a band with Sly's brother Freddie, Freddie and the Stone Souls, and so we actually merged the band. They took Greg and Freddie, and then Cynthia Robinson, Larry Graham, and myself from the new band to form Sly and the Family Stone.
And it seems like it was a family affair, just playing like, you guys have a band, we have a band, we should all
put it together,
in a
yeah.
family band.
In 1971, it became #1, a family affair.
That's so amazing. And talk about, Greg, just, over the years touring with this band, what kind of opportunities has it afforded you as a person and as a musician?
Well, actually, that's a good question, because it afforded me some very interesting situations. Had I not been with the band, I might not have had, because of the uniqueness, I guess, of the band and the attention it got, and the opportunity it gave me to do my thing as a drummer. I had a lot of, when I had left the band in '71, there was a lot of interest in what I had brought to the table. So I had opportunities to tour with people like Bowie and Peter Frampton, and it was in the Garcia band, Jerry Garcia, for 10 years. With the Dead, and I went out, did a world tour with a group called The Weather Report. It was a fusion jazz group. It was just wonderful experiences and a diversity of talented people that I was able to.
I got him back, though.
You had to get it back.
And we ended up full circle, back to where we started. Right?
It seems like such an amazing journey, and it's all through music, which is a beautiful thing. And I love that you guys are here for this Jazz Aspen Snowmass education event. What's it mean for you to give back to the young musicians, when music has given you so much?
I think it's our duty to do that. I do lectures at schools, and even at my granddaughter's school. I went there right before school let out, and all the little 6-year-olds were in a circle, and I brought my saxophone and I played for them, and they were, almost every one of them where I live was taking piano lessons or something, and they were just like, I'm just amazed to be talking to somebody that was a professional. And the kids are a lot smarter now than they used to be.
Oh yeah.
So much, His son, Giorgio, is like, he was a genius at 2 years old. He was doing the computer.
Well, the kids have so much more information available to them than we had when we were growing up, and it's a good thing.
They can Google videos and see you guys playing. And
Yeah,
all that stuff, and
they
you
do.
guys used to just have to
whatever,
figure it out on
anything.
Yeah.
When there's something my son wants to find out, he'll jump on the computer, and in 2 minutes he'll know more than I knew about it, like in 2 decades.
My 7-year-old granddaughter knows all the lyrics to all of our songs.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool. And let's talk about artists a little older than that. What's it like for you to work with them, producing and helping them kind of try to break out into the music world and start their own careers?
It's great. It seems to me that there was a period of, especially from the era that I came from. There was a lot of great writers during the late '60s. All the great songs are still of today.
Right.
And and then there seemed to be a period where it got into everything was being reproduced electronically or with computers, and people weren't really playing anymore. So it was a lot easier for people just to create sounds and I think the bar went down a little bit, but I think it's much back up.
It's coming back
again, and there's really some great young artists today done some very innovative and creative things, and you know, you could tell that they listened to the stuff that was done before them. Yeah, they studied. They did their homework. So it's really,
so we have a horn player and a drummer. Has there ever been rivalry between the horn section and the drum section? Or?
Never.
No. You guys always got.
It's like
this. It's like a gear. You know?
Yeah. That's what Sly was brilliant at. Sly, he wrote the horn lines. He put everything together, not like how standard people do. You have standard arrangements and standard voicings. He broke all the rules. He broke all the rules of modulation. He broke all the rules of arranging, and he didn't have one section bump into the other one. It was like a puzzle, and that's why his music will probably last way longer than us.
That's amazing, and you know, I was joking a bit about the rivalry, but it is really hard to do when you're out on tour. You know, you're achieving new levels of fame and keeping everybody together. I mean, we've seen this happen. People flame out on other, and you guys are still going after 50 years. How does that happen?
Well, music is the catalyst. That's the heartbeat. That's the power of it. It's a very strong language and a communicator worldwide. I mean, it breaks down language barriers, social barriers. It's very powerful. So, I mean, when we get on stage, we come together, music is the catalyst, and that's what brings everything together. After, we could fight all we want, you know, and disagree, and agree to disagree and everything, like everybody else, but the music just clears that.
That's what's number
one. And if you have
one.
respect for it, and you keep that as the focal point, all's good.
I love it. That's very good advice.
Yeah.
Any special precautions or anything you do to prepare for playing at altitude? We are at 8,000 feet. The air is thin up here.
Funny you should mention that.
Buddy.
I have a pacemaker, defibrillator, and COPD. Joe, who works for the venue, he brought both me and Greg. We have our oxygen machines. My wife is a RN, so she calls me up and gives me instruction.
You travel with the nurse.
Yeah, no, I don't travel with her. But,
I remember playing up here back in the late 70s or 80s with Garcia, with the Jerry Garcia band, and they had oxygen.
Yeah.
They had a tank right next to me, you know. So during the set, someone would hand me the hose, you know. And
excellent, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Such an honor to meet you guys. Thank you for your support of Jazz Aspen Snowmass education. Or that event in support of education is tonight at Belly Up Aspen. Get your tickets over there at the Belly Up box office. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time here. Great to see you. We're going to take a break. We're back with Tyler Haney from Outdoor Voices right after this.